Perfect Talk is what it do. It's your guy DJ Playboy, man. Back with another episode of the Perfect Talk podcast. On this episode, we got to talk about homie from Dukes of Hazzard called Beyonce. A dog? What? AT&T had a nationwide outage, and as a I'm sorry, they giving out $5 credits. What the hell going on, man? 4 dudes tried to jump Cam Newton and was unsuccessful, and it went viral? What? Donald Trump says he resonates with black voters because he got a mugshot and mad indictments. I don't know what's on everybody's biscuit, but I'm going to explain it all to y'all right here on the Perfect Talk podcast. Let's get it, baby. What's good, y'all? It's your man DJ Playboy back with another episode of the Perfect Talk podcast. You know how it's going down, man. Happy to be here with you, rocking out. Yo, it's getting warm out here. Spring about to come. Season's changing. And you know what time it is. It's time for Plicker's Spotlight Story. You know what I'm talking about, man. I got to shine the light on somebody who just been doing their thing or maybe acting the fool. And this was definitely acting the fool. AT&T. I personally am an AT&T customer, so I ain't gonna hold you this hit home. But if y'all don't know, if you've been under a rock, on February 22nd, 2024, AT&T had a nationwide outage. It wasn't happening to everybody around the nation, but people all around the nation was going through it. At first, they thought it was a couple of companies, but they narrowed it down to AT&T. So I'm like, yo, this got to be cyber terrorism. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be the ransomware. They ain't want to pay the $5. Something going on. And I ain't gonna lie, even when it was happening, my phone was working at first. Then around like 11 o'clock, boom, I'm hitting the SOS, man. I'm like, damn, they slowing down my paper. What's going on, AT&T? Come to find out, it was a technical error due to a upgrade that they was trying to do, some incorrect process. All right, y'all got to make this right. You done made me lose money. I ain't the only one. You know what I mean? People out here, they got stocks. They want to buy. They want to sell. They got places they gotta go, they got deliveries they gotta make. Like, what's going on? AT&T gonna turn around and give us a $5 credit on our next bill. The I'm supposed to do with $5? You lost me a lot more than $5. Let's be straight there. And I know some people out there in the hundreds of thousands, maybe the millions. You know what I'm saying? Your phone is everything nowadays. It's how we socialize, how we make money. It's how we do everything. Like, come on, AT&T, you gotta know how crippling that is. Then the $5 feel like a slap in the face. So I want to shine a light on them and let them know it's corny. And AT&T know they got us. They got us, y'all. They got us wrapped around their little finger. Because what we gonna do? We need these phones. We so reliant upon them. Can't do nothing without them. So they know. They like, yo, give them $5. They ain't going nowhere. And they might be right. It sucks to say, but they might be right, man. But it's messed up. I need y'all to do better. And if this happens again, we out. Let's take it right now to my favorite part of the show. Have you heard? That's when I hear a story in the news and I feel like we got to talk about it right here. I bring it to the table to the people here at the Perfect Talk podcast. Have you heard? Donald Trump suggests his mugshots and indictments appeal to black voters. We living in a spoof, y'all. It's scary movie. I'm going to get you, sucker. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood or rolling the one. Because this can't be real. Trump is very entertaining. And for what I do, you know what I mean? He gives us a ton of content. But this can't be real life. Y'all can't be serious with this. The fact that he just feels comfortable enough making comments like this.
Then I got indicted a second time and a third time and a fourth time. And a lot of people said that that's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. You know who embraced it more than anybody else? The black population. It's incredible. You see black people walking around with my mugshot. You know, they do shirts and they sell them for $19 a piece.
These lights are so bright in my eyes that I can't see too many people out there. I can only see the black ones. I can't see any white ones. You see? That's how far I've come. We've come a long way together. You rather have the black president or the white president who got $1.7 billion off the price? I think they want the white guy right now. That's why the black people like me, because they have been hurt so badly and discriminated against. And they actually viewed me as I'm being discriminated against. It's been pretty amazing. But it possibly, I don't know, maybe there's something there. But I got also sued. I'm being indicted for you, the black population. I am being indicted for a lot of different groups.
And for people who sat in that room and clapped and smiled and laughed like that shit was funny. y'all the worst. You know what I mean? Y'all allowed to root for whoever y'all want to root for. You can vote for whoever you want to vote for, but this ain't FanDuel. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't betting, we ain't doing fantasy football and betting on who's gonna win. It's like you really voting for who you think is gonna get you a better future. And when somebody just looks you in the eye and talks to you like that, you supposed to be happy because he got a mugshot. You support that because he has indictments. Like, it's not a cultural thing to get arrested. Like, you know what I mean? Like, America's obsessed with crime and criminals, but they come of all races, colors, creeds, sizes, sexualities. So to try to box black people into like this narrow box of criminality, you know what I mean, litigiousness, or being caught up in the court system is something that's supposed to appeal to us. I think that the voices need to be louder to let him know that that's not cool. That's not what we go for. That's not how you get our support. And I mean, I wasn't planning on showing my support to him in that way anyway, but you would have lost my vote with that, because it's like, yo, you don't even respect us. You don't even think of us as equals. Like, bro, you in more trouble than I ever been in my life. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I seen you start a insurrection on January 6th. You know what I'm saying? That ain't no rapper shit. You know what I mean? That ain't no fucking hip-hop movie shit. Ain't no Tubi movie shit. That's you the president of the United States. You was mad that it didn't go your way, so you decided to start a insurrection. That's another level of criminal that I just can't get behind. And who put this out there that we like criminals? Like, you know what I'm saying? Goodfellas, based on criminals. Killers of the Flower Moon. A lot of criminals in that one. Natural Born Killers. Definitely some criminals in that one. I say all that to say, America does have this obsession with criminals, but it ain't limited to black people. That's just an American thing. Have you heard Dukes of Hazzard star John Schneider had the nerve to compare Beyonce's venture into country music as a dog urinating on a tree?
The lefties in the entertainment industry just won't leave any area alone, right? They just have to seize control over every aspect, don't they?
They've got to make their mark, just like a dog in a dog walk park. You know, every dog has to mark every tree, right? So that's what's going on here.
So I spoke about on the show previously that Beyonce is not only venturing into country music, but taking over. Now, calm down. I ain't saying she's taking over the whole genre, but she is #1 on the country charts with her single Texas Hold'em. Now, John Schneider has gotten a lot of backlash for those comments. People calling him things as racist, hateful, bigoted, downright ignorant. He claims that's an expression he's used his entire life. He uses that term when he talks about venturing into any type of new field, any type of new thing, and I don't want to hear it, bro. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the dog whistling, pun intended. You know, it's funny how, like, you know, I mean, the animal terms, the dog terms want to be used when comparing a black woman getting into the field of country music, a genre which black people started. Now, that's neither here nor there. You could do your history and research on that. But it's open to anybody. A K-pop star could make a country song if they want to, you know what I mean? Like, nobody is gatekeeping any of these genres. And the harder you try to hold on to these things, the more you're going to cause people to get into it, just to prove that they can. Because once you start telling people what they can't do and what you're limiting them to, that's when you're going to find out how hard they push back. Now, I don't got no predictions. I don't know what this Beyonce album is going to be, but I know these are 2 country singles. Seems like it's a country-themed album, and she going to make some noise one way or another. She already is. So, I mean, you either going to have to get down or lay down, like they said in the movie State Property, because there's a force coming through. Queen B, have you heard? A Georgia nursing student was found dead after being murdered due to blunt force trauma. And the suspect in this case is becoming the face of America's border issue. Student's name was Laken Riley. She was 22 years old. She was dragged to a secluded area on February 22nd and was murdered. Authorities haven't exactly revealed how she was killed, but they say that her death was caused due to blunt force trauma. The suspect is accused of disfiguring her skull. His name is Jose Abera. Now, the reason Jose is becoming the face of America's border crisis is because Jose's in this country illegally. Undocumented immigrant. He came into El Paso, Texas on September 8th, 2022, where he was detained by Border Control and then released for further processing. In New York, Ibarra was arrested on August 31st, 2023, and charged with acting in a manner to injure a child less than 17 and with motor vehicle license violations. Ibarra was released before ICE could ask New York officials to hold him until immigration authorities could take him into custody. When you're living in a country where you have Republican politicians using this murder as a reason to blame why Joe Biden's administration is failing the country, and then on the other side of that, you have Democratic politicians who want to use this murder as a reason to say, hey, those Republicans had a deal on the table, and they definitely want to sit here and play games until Donald Trump's in office, as opposed to getting this border crisis taken care of, which they don't seem to be that serious about, and they seem to be a little bit more concerned with Donald Trump dick riding. So I'm quite sure the faces that you see on the screen right now, you're going to see several times over the next couple of months, because they're going to be used as mascots to push an agenda in a country where politicians could either work together or choose to be on opposite sides. And I think that's really my concern with Donald Trump is this tribalism, this we got to be on that side or this side. We can't rock with each other. Fuck the ops. That I don't really care for. Now, for like I said, for what I do, for podcasting, for YouTube, yeah, Donald Trump's super entertaining. But we got people that's going to use the murder of a white girl to push their agenda. Because when a pretty white girl dies, that's when people start moving. That's when legislation starts changing. That's when things start happening. So we'll see. I'll keep you informed of where this case goes. And like I said, I'm pretty sure you'll be seeing Laken Riley and Jose Ibarra for the next couple months. Have you heard? Killer Cam, Killer Cam, Killer Cam. Yeah, you know I'm talking about Cam Newton. Y'all seen the viral video? I know you seen it, man. My man's at a 7-on-7 camp, and next thing you know, chaos breaks out. You see a bunch of little people trying to jump big ass Cam Newton, unsuccessfully, by the way. You know what I mean? Shout out to my man Cam Newton, held his own. You know what I'm saying? Dressed like the Scarecrow from Batman. Got his witch hat on and everything. And held it on. His hat ain't fall off. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? He came out looking smoother than when he started, to be honest with you. But that's what happened. Like, Cam don't need no offensive line. I don't think y'all remember when he was playing. I don't know where the disrespect come from, but Cam was knocking over everybody from the defensive line to the secondary. Linebackers could get it too. So, you know what I mean? He wasn't about to go down to no little people. And I say that as a little person myself, you know what I mean? Not an official little person, but I'd have been looking like I was a kid out there, because we come to find out that they wasn't kids, they was adults. You know what I mean? Two of the people involved, at least, were men coaches, TJ and Steph Brown, of Top Shelf Performance, 7-on-7. 7-on-7 tournament. They said Cam was getting a little lippy. You know what I'm saying? He's getting a little chippy out there, and they was tired of it. They didn't want to hear it no more. Now, they claim that tensions rose when TJ's team, one of the head coaches, was beating Cam Newton's team. Now, Cam has his own organization called C1N. I guess he used to work with these brothers. Now he don't. And when he started losing, they said he was getting real chippy. He was talking crazy. We made you. I made you. You know what I'm saying? I got y'all popping. It looked like they wasn't taking it no more. But they wasn't really successful. I don't know why I went to blows, why I went to that, because that looks silly and ignorant. But you know what I mean? It is embarrassing that, you know what I mean, stuff like this has to happen at the black camps. You know what I mean? Like at these events. But also on Cam Newton's side, I mean, you can't just let people disrespect you, I guess. And if somebody gets a little too close or gets in your face, you got to defend yourself. Now, they claim that Cam started it, though. So we're going to see. As of right now, this recording, Cam Newton hasn't spoke out on it. So it's possible that, you know, maybe they was just getting ahead of the story. Cam might use his own platform to talk about what happened. But, you know what I mean? Let the internet let y'all know who won that. You know what I'm saying? Cam did his thing. It went viral pretty quickly. If I was him, I probably wouldn't speak on it. But you know he will. Because it's the age nowadays where we just give too much information out that don't need to be out. These brothers appeared on a radio show the next day. You know what I'm saying? So people going to want to say their side. And I highly doubt Cam Newton is going to be quiet about this. And before we get out of here, you know I like to do a little segment called Things I Seen on the Internet. And you know I was going down. We the best. Another one. One of the corniest videos I've seen in a long time. Your man DJ Khaled was out here. You know, just a little too fresh to get the sneakers dirty, to get the new J's dirty. Now I get, you know what I'm saying, marketing. I get, you know what I mean, you look like you out there in the desert, it's real sandy. But being carried by two dudes, like this just look crazy. This look like when keeping it goes wrong. You know what I mean? Like, how is this hip hop? How is this cool? Yeah, what are we doing out here? Now, Khaled does some corny shit. You know what I mean? This ain't the top, but do us a favor, Khaled. Please don't drop another one like this, because we don't need this type of corny shit, bro. I get it. Sneakers is fly. Put them on the stage. Do what you got to do. But being carried around by two big dudes look like the Dave Chappelle Diddy skit about making a bed. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? There's two of them, but you's a big dude, so you know what I'm saying? Like, he's putting pressure on their back. Pause. You know what I'm saying? Like, what you doing out here, bro? Are you paying them enough to be doing that? To be your carriers? Like, we gotta. You ain't Sexy Red, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't 8 months pregnant out here. Like, you doing too much. Let's bring an end to it, Khaled. But y'all, that's another episode in the books. It's your man DJ Playboy holding it down for y'all, man. Make sure you check out my website, www.perfecttalkpodcast.com. Also, check me out on Twitter, now known as X. Excuse me, I'm still in the old school. Now known as X, at DJ Playboy. Check me out on Instagram, at Plickapeezy. Spell it for you, PLICCAPEEZY. And follow Perfect Talk on Instagram as well, at Perfect Talk Radio right there, man. I'm up out of here, y'all. It's peace and love. Always holding it down. And catch me next week, man. Spread love is the Brooklyn way. It's your guy, DJ Playboy. Peace.